Yo people, Wagwan, welcome back to Ron's Tech Hub, and today I'm going to be looking at three separate devices from the same company. So that's the Sades or the Sades or the Sades headset, mouse, and keyboard. Let's jump into this one. This is what the box looks like. However, I did not do an unboxing because, as we Jamaicans say, this box was mash up, trust me. So I jumped straight in, and I actually forgot to mention that there is also a mouse mat or a trackpad mat, whatever you say, right? That comes in the box as well, and it's a really good one. The only reason I don't use it for my day-to-day trackpad, I have a bigger one, which is a Steel Series one, which I've had for about 10 years at this point. Works perfectly fine. I use the Sades or the Sades one for my everyday computing, but when I'm gaming, I use my Steel Series one simply because it's bigger. The first thing I want to talk about is the keyboard. It is RGB. I'm not a big fan of RGB, but if you are, this is a very cheap mechanical feeling RGB entry keyboard. And as you can see here on screen, the keys light up pretty well. This is a very well lit room, so you can't see it here. I didn't want to turn the lights off and actually damage the quality of my video, but I did turn the lights off. I did try it myself and it looked really nice. If you're an RGB person, I can appreciate RGB from a far distance, but it's not for me. Keyboard has the lights on the numpad, the scroll lock. They weren't very bright, however you could see them. Purple was a bit of a weird one to choose, but it's fine, it's not the end of the world. I do like that it has a braided cable. Now this gives me the impression that it's going to be a very sturdy, very durable cable. It is quite long as well. I felt like it was about 2 meters ish. I'm assuming it's USB 2.0. There's no need for USB 3 on these devices because it doesn't transmit that much data, and latency in keyboards is already so low, it might not be worth it. As you can see on the back, there are stands there. I didn't get to use the stands because my desk is quite a high one, so I had no reason to use it. But if you're using this keyboard for typing, you have the option there. That's me there, typing. I know this keyboard is not going to be used for typing for a lot of people, but for some of you, you might want to use it. Key travel felt good, but I have used better. However, please do keep in mind this is a gaming keyboard, and I think for gaming, it felt good. I don't have any footage of me actually gaming on it here because I only game on my Zim Apex, and it was a bit of a tricky thing to set up. Key travel feels good. Keys are responsive. They do have that nice mechanical feel, but still at the same time not mechanical enough that it becomes annoying. I don't like typing on mechanical keyboards. I prefer soft touch keys. So for me, this is a good feel. The next thing on my list is the mouse. Now, let me just say, spoiler alert, I'm not a big fan of this mouse only because I believe it's too small for my hands. But everything else about this mouse is really good. I have been using a Logitech G400 mouse for about, again, 10 years at this point, and that mouse for me feels good. I would go bigger, but not smaller, and this mouse is smaller than my G400, so maybe it's just muscle memory telling me this is too small for my hands. It also has the buttons in a slightly different location than my G400. Again, very nice mouse, very colorful if you're an RGB person, very responsive. I found this very responsive. You could increase and decrease the DPI as and when you needed. Those buttons that you see behind the scroll wheel, I'm going to show it on screen here. Those buttons you see behind the scroll wheel allow you to increase and decrease the DPI, which was very good, very handy. The same thing was actually on my G400. But again, here you have a really nice package at a good price. Last but surely not least, I'm not going to spend too long on this one. This is the headset. So as you can see, mine is a blue, lime greeny, turquoise. I don't know what this is, to be honest. It's a blue headset. I do have to say, I really am impressed by the sound of these microphones, the microphone that's built in. Now, as soon as I plugged it in and I started doing voice recording, so this is the one I'm using right now, my audio quality shot through the roof and people started commenting, telling me how much clearer my video sounded. I use the same headset on my controller for Xbox and for PlayStation 5, and people commented again about how much clearer I sounded. There was no frying, no crackling, no nothing. Super clear. The actual headpiece, so in terms of hearing the audio, so the speakers, let's say, in my opinion, not the loudest or clearest. However, they are good enough for what I need them for. I think the microphone is where most of the money was spent on this pair of headset. The microphone, amazing braided cable. On the left side of the headset, you have a volume control for the speakers, and you have a switch or a button for the actual microphone, so you can turn it off directly from the headset without having to constantly unplug or plug it back into your console. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Now, Ron's Tech Hub was supposed to originally be about just tech, but I think it's branching off slowly into teaching as well. So I'm doing some IT courses on there. I'm doing some computer science courses on there. So stay tuned for everything tech. Even though that's not exactly tech, but it teaches you about tech as well, how to use tech. Alright, thank you people. Bye-bye.